Happy New Year, Vikings! We hope you all had a great break.
And a happy holidays.
I'm Andy Garcia.
And I'm Eduardo Navarro, and a warm welcome to 2016, a new year for Vikings and Viking Vision.
This year, we said goodbye to some of our veteran coaches. Fortunately, we welcome several new coaches to our Viking family. Let's meet our new coaches.
You're the heat that I know. Listen, you are my son.
I've had about 5 years of experience with wrestling. Coaching.
I grew up watching my older sisters swim competitively, and I began swimming myself when I was in 7th grade and swam all throughout high school as well.
I wrestled all 4 years in high school, and then I coached 2 years after that.
For me, soccer, I think the passion found me at birth. My dad played soccer in Nigeria, my mom played, my sisters played, and my brother, he still plays. So I think for me, it kind of just runs in the blood.
I found passion for the sport by growing up and watching my sisters.
Through my high school wrestling coach, I found a passion. It showed me how tough this sport could be and all the life lessons that it teaches through it.
Goals as a coach are to support and inspire my athletes. I really want to be encouraging of their growth and inspire them to be the best athletes that they can be in the water.
It's our first year, so I'm definitely optimistic. So my goals are to at least make CIF and then to compete for the league title. My
tactics for achieving those goals are effective communication, being supportive, and clarifying their milestones and achievements.
To show them to perform well under stress. Okay, these are qualities that they learn on the mat and they could transfer over later on into the classroom, into life.
Just put a lot of time and effort, push my student athletes to become better.
It's about preparation, making sure the girls understand our game plan, they believe in it, and that they believe in each other.
We wish our new coaches, as well as every other coach, good luck and a great season.
As citizens of a globalized world, we have a lot of duties to start to fulfill. Laughing about the word duty aside, the first thing we Vikings can do is to consider voting in next year's upcoming election. That's right, the 2016 presidential election is coming up, and we're here to keep you informed.
Who do you think of when you think of the American voter? It's usually the larger group, right? Probably some older, wiser American citizens. They probably have the biggest influence since we see them on the news so much, right? But actually, the dominant American group is us, the millennials. We are going to be the largest, most diverse, most connected voting bloc. We are the most socially minded generation and the most active group of volunteers and activists. But most Americans, especially those of our own generation, don't vote. Why is that? Why do we refrain from voting? What should we do about it? Many millennials don't vote because we don't trust authority figures and have little faith that our vote will matter. We feel like we're not being heard or taken seriously. We feel this way because we often see a lot more policy that's focused on the older generations, and we feel left out or unhappy with their conduct. We actually have a lot of power in the electorate. We're powerful in numbers. We have a lot of positions that we can stand for, whether it be LGBT rights, or gun control, or healthcare, or equal rights, and so on. But if you don't vote for these things, our representatives will never know that you have an opinion. In order to get more policies that we and our age group want, we need to vote. You should register to vote. In order to be eligible to vote, you must meet certain requirements. First, you have to be a U.S. citizen. Second, you must be 18 years or older by election day. Thirdly, you cannot have any felonies, you cannot be in prison, and you cannot be on parole. Fourthly, you must be mentally competent as defined by the court. Once you figure out if you qualify, your next step is to register to vote. In California, you can pick up an application form in multiple languages at your county elections office, library, DMV, or U.S. Post Office. You can also register to vote online through the Secretary of State's website at registertovote.california.gov or on rockthevote.com. It takes on average 2 minutes to apply online. If you want a certain candidate on the ballot, you should go to the primaries. It's a preliminary election that decides the presidential candidates for each political party. It's incredibly important if you want certain candidates on the ballot on Election Day. California has a type of primary called a top 2 primary, where you can vote on candidate regardless of party affiliation. It will take place on Tuesday, June 7th. The deadline to register is 15 days before the primary election. There's much more to learn, so what you can do as members of the next greatest generation: read online and read broadly. Talk to a trusted adult or teacher. Watch the news and be careful of biases. And isidewith.com is also a good resource.
Read up on it. Mark the dates on your calendars. Even if you aren't old enough to vote yet, you can still encourage the adults in your life to bring change. History has its eyes on you.
Northview is making history too. Our athletes are a shining example. Let's go to Jennifer with sports.
Thanks, Andy. Winter League sports have officially started, and we are more than excited to see what our Viking athletes have in store for us this season. We would like to congratulate boys basketball for winning their last 3 games and wish them good luck on their first league game against Roland today. Girls basketball won their most recent game last Thursday against Azusa, and we hope you girls get that win today against Roland here at Northview at 5 p.m. Boys soccer has their first league game tomorrow against San Dimas at District Field at 3:15. Girls soccer will also be playing against San Dimas at San Dimas tomorrow. We wish you guys the best. Girls wrestling got first place at their first league competition on December 18th and will have a competition this Saturday at Tutson High School. Boys wrestling started off league with a victory of 62-12 against Roland High School and will have a home meet tomorrow night against San Dimas. Our competition cheer team will be competing this weekend at Yorba Linda and Brio Linda. Good luck, girls. We can't wait to see how our winter athletes do this year. Go forth and conquer, Vikings. Don't forget to go on now and support all of our Viking athletes. That's it for sports. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jennifer. Have you guys noticed all of the construction around school? From the office all the way to the wrestling building. Northview is undergoing several renovations. Here's the inside scoop.
Actually, there's a lot of renovations going on right now. As you can currently see, we have our sports complex going on. We have our swimming pool.
But we're upgrading all the facilities so that it can bring us up to date and make us look like the professional institute that we are.
Fences are part of the renovation. The fences are going to allow us to funnel the visitors in through this area so that they can check in. It's a lot of, part of a safety concern, but it's also something that it helps us be aware of who's on our campus, and the main concern is our safety.
The renovations and upgrades to the facilities, such as the football field, the swimming pool, the library, the wrestling room, the front office, those come from the bond measure CC that we passed about 2.5 years ago now. So the community is paying for it.
You know what, the painting, the renovation really gave it a nice facelift. It's really clean feeling.
Well, I'd say from start to finish, we're gonna have the majority of what's going on right now will be done by the end of summer.
There you have it, Vikings. We're all looking forward to seeing our campus look great.
As we all know, this semester is coming to an end. But before that, there's something that's standing between us and a good grade. Finals. Here's a preview of what's in store.
Let me tell you a story that's been passed down from generation to generation. About a demon. No one knows where it came from, and no one knows who created it. And it comes every year. And every time it does, it brings ruin. What is it? They call it finals.
It looks like you need a little bit of help. I don't need your help. You sure? It's for the finals.
It is not something to be taken lightly. How could you? I told you not to take anything from the dealer! I don't know what you're talking about! Oh yeah? Then what is this? I knew it. Cheats. Let me tell you something. There was once a kid who spent his free time making mixtapes. He didn't know he should have been prepared when it snuck up on him. And now, he's a... What is he? He's a gardener. I charge $10 a week to cut my yard.
Tell me what you know.
I don't know anything.
Answer the question.
I don't know.
What's 1 + 1?
11.
How do you beat it?
Depends on which one you're after. But they all end the same. By studying.
I ended up going to see Finals, the movie. Honestly, all I can say about it is 0 out of 10. Would not see again.
We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Let's make 2016 a year to remember.
I'm Andy Garcia.
And I'm Eduardo Navarro. This was Viking Vision.
Signing off.
Like I'm dancing on angels, and I'm gone through the crack in the past, like a dead man.